You know that feeling when the world goes quiet and it's just you and your thoughts? It's like your life is this collection of stories and quiet moments you only explore in the dead of night. Well, today, we're stepping right into that beautifully honest space. We're diving into a summary of Sarah Kay's incredible poetry collection, A Little Daylight Left.
Now, the author of the summary we're exploring today, Prafulla Sharma, kicks things off with a really warm and direct invitation, so I'll read it just as they wrote it. A warm welcome to this journey of knowledge and fascinating insights. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Come, let's learn something new. Okay, with that said, let's get into the heart of Kay's poetry.
All right, so here's the roadmap for our journey today. We're going to start with an introduction to get a feel for the book's core ideas. Then we'll get real and look at the self without any armor on. After that, we'll explore the messy world of love, heartbreak, and connection. Then we'll see how our bodies carry our stories and what it feels like to start over. And finally, we'll talk about finding that little bit of daylight and wrap it all up with a closing reflection.
So what's this book really all about? What does Sarah Kay mean by this idea of the work of being human? Let's find out.
It's really about that exactly. The quiet, persistent work of just being human. The poems, they feel like those conversations you have with yourself late at night, when everything else has gone silent and it's just you and your thoughts.
What's interesting is the book itself doesn't have chapters. It just kind of flows. But you can feel this emotional arc, these distinct movements. The best way to think about it is like walking through different rooms in a house built out of memory, longing, courage, and just tenderness.
Okay, so the first room we step into, well, it feels like a long, dim hallway, and it's lined with all these locked doors, the ones you've probably been avoiding. This is all about meeting yourself, with no armor, no defenses.
And Kay just drops this question on us right at the start. Wow. It's both terrifying and so incredibly freeing. She asks, what if you aren't as bad as you suspect you are? What if you'll never be as good as you ache? Just let that sink in for a second.
This whole section is about that shaky relationship we have with ourselves. Kay just dives right into that fear of, what if we discover who we really are? And that constant nagging feeling that we're both too much and, at the same time, not enough. It's about the raw courage it takes to just sit with the uncomfortable truths about yourself. And here's the thing. This is so important. This book isn't about self-improvement. It's not a how-to guide. It's about self-encounter. It's an invitation to just look inward and not flinch. To just see what's there. It really sets the tone for everything else that's to come.
So, from that really internal world, the book sort of zooms out. Now we're going to look at how Kay maps out the huge, complicated, and beautiful world of our relationships with other people.
First up, heartbreak. She looks at it so carefully, almost like a scientist. It's not about the big drama, it's about the tiny cracks that appear, that echoing silence after it's over, and the way your own memory can start to feel like a trickster. And then she pivots to love. But not the fairy tale kind. This is love as a daily practice. It's maintenance, not magic. It's about finding the beauty in the little ordinary things and having the courage to try again. Love here is a choice you make, not some guarantee.
And the map of our connections keeps going. We get to family, which she presents as our origin story. It's all in there, caring for aging parents, the fears and strengths we inherit, and how our family stories become this kind of personal mythology we carry with us. And right alongside family, there's friendship, shown as an absolute lifeline. This is a toast to the friends who just show up, no questions asked, to the conversations that feel like pure oxygen. And, that incredible joy of being with someone who just gets you, without you having to explain a thing.
Okay, now we turn inward again. But this time it's about the body, this physical thing that holds all our memories, and about taking those shaky, uncertain first steps towards something new. First, Kay makes this powerful point. The body remembers. Our emotions aren't just in our heads, they're stored physically, like a tightness in your chest or the warmth of someone's hand. Which means healing has to be physical too. You have to breathe through it, feel it, and let it move. And once you do that, it leads you here, to the edge of a new beginning. And she's so honest about this. It's not some big, clean, heroic moment. No, it's a trembling, uncertain step, filled with terror and doubt, but also so much potential.
And all of this leads us to the book's really powerful conclusion. And listen, this isn't some simple, cheerful, be happy message. It's about a tougher, way more meaningful kind of hope. A hope that you actually have to choose.
So this final part of the book, it's this quiet celebration of a hope that's been earned.
It's about finding those small joys that keep you putting one foot in front of the other. It's about the incredible resilience of the human spirit, finding beauty in all our imperfections and making that active decision every day to keep looking for the light.
Because that's the thing, right? In Kay's view, hope isn't something you just have. It's something you have to choose over and over and over again, especially on the days where it feels absolutely impossible. It's that little sliver of daylight you see at the end of a really long, dark night.
So after walking through this whole house, exploring all these different rooms of being human, what do we leave with? What's the final takeaway? Let's wrap this up. When you boil it all down, A Little Daylight Left is a book about survival. Emotional survival, spiritual survival, relational survival. And it's just this incredibly gentle but profound reminder that being a human is messy, it's painful, and it is absolutely beautiful work.
And of course, it's so important to remember that this is just one way of looking at it, right? One walk through the emotional architecture of this book. Like all great poetry, it's meant for you to come back to find new things, to see yourself in its pages in different ways every time.
Thank you so much for coming along on this little journey through A Little Daylight Left. If any of this resonated with you, I seriously can't recommend enough that you go check out Sarah Kay's work for yourself. And hey, for more deep dives just like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.